Kilpailussa mukana Ramirent. Kotikatsomon eväät tarjoaa Kotipizza.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the first stop of the Prodigy Disc Pro Tour here in Helsinki. This is the Round 1 Back 9 FPO. This coverage is brought to you by Natural Born Disc Offer. We appreciate you guys sharing this coverage with us here at Gatekeeper Media. And this commentary is brought to you by Parked Podcast. My name is Mitch. Joining me is my co-host, Hayden Riccard. How are you doing today, man?
Doing good. Excited to see what the back nine will hold for these ladies and see if they can carve more birdies.
Yeah, we had a very clean front nine there from Henna Blomroos. Not finding any bogeys. And tied also at -1 is Eveliina Salonen. Heidi and Maija definitely with some ground to make up, but still in a good chasing for that podium finish in that third.
Yep. Moving on to hole 10, par 4, 584 feet. Kind of an uphill shot. Really going to test the second and third shot for these ladies, trying to get up and close to the basket.
Yeah, really all you're going to need to do is just give everything you have into that drive, be on the left side of the fairway to try to find an easier open gap to approach for your birdie look onto the green.
And you can see the elevation from this camera shot here.
Yeah, really the first hole around, they get to full rip onto a shot.
Looks really good from Eveliina.
Finding that landing zone.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, that's definitely where she's landed in most of her practice rounds. As we see Henna ripping on a destroyer here. A little bit more inside, but a bit more turn as well.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah, gonna most likely be a forehand into the green, being on that right side. This top-down camera angle is really neat to be able to see the form and their reach-back timing.
A little too much turn. I think it faded out just a little bit.
Yeah, she might have a window coming out there for Heidi, but gonna be probably laying up to that tree line. This looks a little bit more Stockheiser landing zone there for Maija.
Here's Heidi doing a little step out, just trying to get as much as she can.
Yeah, definitely needs to turn pretty quick as she gains that distance with that OB on the left if it fades out. Oh, yeah, getting through the gap.
Yeah.
Par definitely still on the table.
Here's Maija with the forehand. The run-up is definitely not ideal.
Yeah, weird footing. The rock there on the right. Having to throw a turnover.
That's the hard part, is matching and getting the height correct.
Yeah, we're doing the uphill run-up plus throwing a turnover to try to find that max distance. Speaking of turnovers, here's Henna going with the step out. Not going to the forehand. Interesting to see that.
She made it through the first little gap of trees that she had. The last tree didn't get through.
We see Eveliina definitely landing in the prime spot. Still having to go to kind of a turnover forehand. You can see the biggest gap there on the right. Just low.
Yeah, the height's key there to get that full fading shot.
Definitely the most open of the par fours here on this course, but still having the teeth with that ceiling through the gap. Henna getting to circle's edge there with a look for par still.
Another forehand for Maija.
Yeah, going full driver there, trying to get as much distance as she can, catching up a little bit. Still short. Hole 10 definitely showing some teeth here for these ladies.
That's a good up and down.
Yeah, good committed upshot on probably the most open green on the course.
Yeah.
Yeah, just knowing that bogey is in the fate there for Eveliina, knowing she doesn't want to have a stressful comebacker. Oh my!
Another throw in.
Yeah, that's not a putt, ladies and gentlemen. That is a throw in from Maija. Coti Pizza slow-mo to follow it up.
Throw in. That is awesome.
Yeah,
And to see her card that is great.
Which I believe was one of her first pars of the round. Good way to start off hole 10. Get some energy behind it. Heck yeah.
Just missed her line just a little bit from Henna.
And Heidi also finding par here. Fortunate bogey there for Henna, gives the lead back to Eveliina for the time being. Moving on to hole 11, par 3, 361 feet. What seems to be just a straightforward hole, has a lot of teeth to it. You got the OB hazard right here with the sand before the green, actually is inside the circle, and then the OB long all behind it. So definitely just something you want to walk up and probably throw a fairway driver, maybe a straight stable mid-range, and speed check as you hit the green, because a lot of things can happen once the disc hits the ground.
Definitely don't want to throw a full speed driver here.
Being 360 feet though, I mean, it's a smash.
For these ladies, yeah, it definitely could be, just checking it up, getting the right angle, and having it crash into that pad.
Yeah, I think par here is ideal. I think walking up to this hole, a lot of these women, there's really no need to try to get a birdie here.
No.
If you're trying to do that, you're putting a full shot into it, and you're bringing more things into hazard.
Like this.
Yep, just a little bit too much turn there for Heidi. Maija needs that to get
left
down just a little bit.
Yeah, I think
Checks
that's
up.
safe.
Yep. See the spotter go over. I believe it's in.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's not. It finds it on the back end of that.
From this angle on that camera, it looked like it was out. It was in.
Yeah, thank you to the spotters here on hole 11. Definitely putting in a ton of work here, and also hole 18, out of bounds everywhere.
And Henna just thrown to the ground a little bit.
Not a bad mistake, though.
No,
I mean,
not at all.
with the power she put behind that, if that's 2-3 feet higher, that's straight into the hazard for
Just
sure.
shy of the drop zone.
Great upshot there from Henna.
Yep. See these ladies go to the drop zone.
Yeah, it's
kind of
brutal.
scary.
Yeah, it's a brutal drop zone.
Yeah.
'Cause if you were to short it out, you got the hazard still in play to go OB again. You can roll away. It's really not giving you a chance. As you see Maija with the sigh of relief there. Knowing she got away with something. And Eveliina just playing the game plan, knowing par is good.
I would just jump putt that and just put it safe.
Yep.
Not trying to run it.
Definitely. Good bogey save there from Heidi Laine. Yeah, hoping to correct on the front nine where the putter was definitely in and out, just kind of not really able to find a groove, but already showing, made the correction, moving into holes 10 and 11.
Yep, you see two pars here from Eveliina and Henna.
Yeah, and the back nine does seem to open up a little bit compared to that front nine where you had so many wooded tee shots, but definitely still a lot of difficulty to come.
There's a lot of distance shots too. So that's going to come into play on your second and third shot, how well it does. Moving on to hole 12, par 3, 357 feet. This one, just a big hyzer, landing to the landing zone where the drone is right now, and then your second shot landing up to the basket. It's a pretty typical shot. See the ladies probably not going to go over the trees, trying to hit that line in between with a full driver and just matching that.
Yeah, going all the way over the trees there, if you saw it off or don't have enough distance, it's OB the entire way.
Yeah.
So you're going to see most of the time this is going to be a two-shot par 3, but there is OB long as well.
I think she got lucky.
Yeah, she may have hit a last tree, maybe a limb, saving her from the out of bounds. See if Henna wants to attack the green here. Going full attack here from Henna Blomroos.
This looks good. Yeah, it's exactly where you want to lay up right there.
Mm-hmm. A great pull from Heidi Laine as well. Yep, matching the distance of Henna. Getting that really good weight shift as you're throwing uphill is a big thing. A little bit wide.
She'll have a look from there, I think.
Yeah, she's almost pin high with it. Maybe just a simple hyzer shot to the green. Is she going fairway driver here for the upshot?
Looks like it.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more left on the table than we thought.
I mean, the uphill right there, it doesn't look like much, but it is definitely a significant amount of uphill.
Yeah, and speaking of uphill, Eveliina having to go to the step out uphill forehand into the screen. Mid-circle 2 there. Not many things behind it, able to give it a pretty good run to try to save the par here on 12.
And you see the wind really moving quick, and that needs to get down. I think it's safe.
Yeah, with a lot of obstruction on the putt there. Kind of giving it a run, was basket height.
Yeah.
Two of our players already finding a great throw in. If you missed the front 9, definitely head over to hole 2 and watch a phenomenal throw in from one of our players. No spoilers, but absolutely incredible throw in on the front 9.
Oh. Eveliina wanted that one.
Just a little bit more commitment, a little bit more pop out of the hand there as we go to Heidi with really not a lot of ability to run this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's exactly what I was thinking, is just lay it up.
Yeah,
There's
being
no
outside
sense
the
of
circle.
going.
Yeah. And sometimes that's okay. It's realizing that I could throw maybe a high shot here, try to get through, but the chance you're going to hit something else, the chance it's going to catch a wind, it's going to roll away and make that comeback even more stressful. It's a really good professional decision there from Heidi Laine.
Good putt from Henna.
Fortunate bogey there for Heidi and also for Maija. And Eveliina as well. So Henna picking up another stroke, just getting pars.
Showing some teeth for this back 9.
Moving on to hole 13, par 3, 417 feet. Very similar shot to the hole before, but different direction. You're not going uphill, you're going a downhill shot. So very attackable for these ladies trying to get into the circle for a birdie look. The wind coming into this in hole 18 is really where you're going to see the wind come in the most. You can go to the forehand, maybe turnover route on the left if you wanted to, but the right side is where most players are going to be putting their drives.
A little short, but it got over that little crest there.
Eveliina looks like she's going on this left side gap, trying to get the full flex max distance shot.
I think it turned over too quick.
Yeah, honestly, exact same spot as Henna. But interesting play there, reading the wind. We're going to see Heidi do the same.
To be lining up the same shot as well.
I get just the ability to give it a little more height, a little more snap.
Leaking. Yeah. And I think that was a slower disc there.
Able to control the left to right movement a little bit more. Oh. Just off her line there is Maija.
I think she slipped off the tee just a little bit.
And with the stump right there behind her disc too, having to go to a standstill here. over the flex forehand from a standstill. She's done that a couple times now. Definitely an interesting shot selection, but it's worked for her the majority of the time. Unfortunate to see it not pan out there.
Just a little bit long on that upshot. Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. Just laying it up for the par.
Yeah, and Henna to follow doing the same thing. I don't know, though. We've seen a couple throw-ins.
No.
I'm just
take the medicine.
no risk. Yeah, no risk finding the reward of the par here on 13. Unfortunate, just left there for Maija. Gonna find another bogey. A little bit of longer putt here for par for Heidi.
Good connection.
Mm-hmm.
See the excitement on her face.
Yeah, knowing that front nine was full of some difficulty with putting, she's really corrected it and found the commitment here as we're in the last third of this first round. Double bogey there for Maija. Yeah, not getting off the tee there, just and then not having footing. I mean, it was sometimes it's just not your hole. But keeping a good spirit, keeping a good mental, moving forward. That and she showed that in the front nine. I mean, from hitting first available on the first shot of the whole tournament, but being able to still come out and get a bogey and just continue on.
Moving on to hole 14, par 3, 456 feet. This is going to be max distance for these ladies, 2-shot required, and trying to put their max distance really just outside those trees, full flex, and get as far down as they can, and it's another protected green.
Yeah, this is max distance for most players in the world.
Yeah.
And I mean, I believe we only saw one birdie on coverage from the men's here, and it was Vinyl Macula, I believe.
Yeah.
Carded it, but this is really just put your distance on display. As
this looks great.
Henna just smashing a shot.
Yeah, that's circle 2.
Yeah, easily nearly 400 feet. This is true flat ground too. It's not, you're not throwing downhill. You're not, getting the ability to turn or anything. This is a flat ground max distance shot.
That needs a little bit more turn.
Catches that last tree.
This is a great shot from Heidi.
Heidi really putting her distance on display.
Yeah. Being able to match the 2 top players in the world over here in the European scene.
Oh, that's gorgeous as well. Really great distance shots here from our card.
Yeah.
Making this 456-foot hole very easy. Still up shots to come, though. It is guarded completely on that left side. As Eveliina's trying to figure out what's the best decision here on the approach. Going to go to the backhand here. She does throw a lot of forehand up shots.
Yeah.
Catching that guardian tree there.
Very clean out of the hand, though. That snuck through. That is awesome.
Yeah, the forehand touch that she's put on consistently this round with that putter. I believe it looks to be a PA1 maybe. PA2 from Prodigy. And Henna with the ability to give it a little bit of a run here. One from circle 2. Oh!
And Heidi is able to do.
Let's go to the
what
Coty
Henna
Pizza
couldn't.
slow-mo. Wow. Really good to see that jump putt. Full flex. Perfect speed control. Right side. Incredible putt there from Heidi Laine.
That was awesome to see.
Not even knowing what to do.
She's like, It's like, do I go get my disc? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that is 1
awesome.
in 100 to get a birdie here. Max distance, hitting the big putt. That'll get you going to finish out the round 1. I thought we were going to see another one there.
Eveliina almost wanted it too.
Would have been for par, so going to see an unfortunate bogey again from Eveliina. Good par there from Maija. And Eveliina just a little bit off this back 9 so far. And Henna picking up another stroke. Moving on to hole 15, par 3, 354 feet. Very uphill tee shot here. You're going to see these players go for maybe a turnover backhand with a driver, going all the way uphill, trying to finish right. We've seen players catch maybe a little bit too right and be behind that gate there with kind of a trick, weird putt, going to a turbo putt, going something maybe an overhand to get over that gate. So OB there on the left side as well the entire way. Let's see how Heidi attacks it.
Early kick from the tree there. I wonder if any of these players are going to do a forehand.
Yeah. The forehand is definitely there, but 354 feet uphill.
That's a far.
I don't have that distance.
That's a far forehand.
Yeah, to get that far uphill, but it definitely kind of removes the out of bounds there on the left side.
It's a great shot.
Putting yourself just outside the circle for a birdie look.
And Maija going with the forehand. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. As you can see, though, it takes a lot of power to get up that hill.
Yeah. But going to her strength, knowing you're not bringing the out of bounds into play, it's a good decision there from Maija. Need this to come back just a little bit. Yep, you're going to find yourself on that right side, maybe blocked by the fence there.
Unfortunate early kick again off the next tree. She's frustrated after taking that birdie.
Yeah, maybe changing the decision last minute to go with the slower approach disc, having to put a little bit more power. We see Maija go to that same Prodigy putter time and time again. Oh, the trick shot over the top here for Heidi.
It's a tough putt from there.
Yeah.
To go so high above those and then on the right angle.
How do you feel about the whole design where you really block the right side and it makes one gap coming into it?
I think I don't know. It plays different. I think it's tough, but I mean,
it's interesting because it really is a true gap.
Yeah. It rewards the players that are able to hit that other side and be more to the left of the basket.
Yeah. It gives you more of a specific landing zone as Henna's just low. Having an open putt there. I was wondering if she was going to have the gate in her way there. Yeah, I like it. I think it makes you really have to land on a certain side of the fairway. And it's a pretty open tee shot, but then at the very end of it, it really makes you decide, where do I need to land? And the wind comes into play too. Sometimes you want to be on certain sides of the basket and others, but with this hole, you really don't have a decision. You need to be left side of the basket to be able to card a birdie here on 15. And Heidi finding a bogey after some trouble on the approach. But she's probably still riding high after hitting that birdie on 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some shots you throw in your round, you come back to the clubhouse, ask your buddies how the round was, and that's one she's definitely not going to stop talking about anytime soon.
I agree. I wouldn't either. Moving on to hole 16, par 3, 236 feet. Downhill shot, probably mid-range to putter throw. Really just want to lay up on those wood chips and just match the ground play and don't go too far past the basket.
Yeah, that big wood pile there on the left, we've seen some players have to go over the top of, maybe step out. But this is one that if you commit too much, you're going to find yourself way down the hill.
Yep.
But if you don't commit enough, it's really a death putt. So it's a great hole design to where it is the shortest hole on the course. Going to a standstill here, finding that touch. But especially after just smashing 2 holes in a row, you're then checked with this very short, touchy shot.
Yep. I like it, though. The transition from where we just were to this hole brings you into a different play of holes, and it gives you more a well-rounded disc golf player. Being able to have these touch shots instead of just throwing your hyzers or your anhyzers. This one really coming into play of testing, okay, what can you do on short holes and just be laid up.
Yeah, even though it is a short hole, it has a lot of depth to it. We did see one ace, I believe. There may have been another, but one that we know of on the men's side of this tournament, acing hole 16. So definitely there for it. Going the inside route. Here's Heidi. Yeah, puts her to circle's edge.
Yeah, that's the best drive I think we've seen on this card.
Yeah, just kind a really odd lie.
Yeah, just kind of blocked. I almost would, I don't know. I'd probably do more of the hyzer route, but I think she's more comfortable with this anhyzer right here because it's got an open gap to the basket.
Yep, and it's able to match the angle of the green, which we see a lot of these European players do, is they throw more of the anhyzer, more of the flat shape. I mean, it makes me want to go out and practice some of those because it really controls your action once it hits the ground. Yeah, I mean, we walk up.
Your ground play is completely, it changes it to where, okay, this could roll. Okay, this is going to sit more than often than rolling.
Yeah, and I mean, both of us, we'd walk up to that and go, oh, it's a simple hyzer approach. But knowing that the ground and the chips and everything that can happen with it. So we see Heidi borrow a mini real quick. Look for birdie here. Yeah, definitely was not really committing to that as much as she maybe could have.
No. Now she'll have an uphill putt.
So Henna taps out the par. Good comebacker there for Heidi.
Yeah. She's happy about that one, too. Almost a scary kick out.
Yeah, we see all our players find par here. Yeah, Henna on a huge par streak. That's definitely not a bad thing here on the back nine. We see a lot more color on the cards of her card mates here. Hole 17, par 4, 640 feet. Going to an island green. The first shot, you really just want to get as far down the fairway as you can. Maybe be on the right side. You're going to see a lot of the players try to throw more of a turnover shot to be able to find the biggest gap onto this island green. The OB very close, definitely inside the circle. More room on the right though. So you will see, even if you do get all the way right on that tee shot, you'll see players still throw a forehand, maybe a left to right shot, trying to limit the chances of finding the out of bounds once you're on the island.
Yeah, it's a full test of how far you can throw and get down the fairway.
Yeah, still on a controlled angle though.
Exactly. That's the hardest part, is the control, and then you have wind come into play. You don't want to push OB. This looks really good.
Yeah, you hit that big bush too. It's like you're throwing that perfect shot, but you just need a touch more distance than maybe you think you do, or you will find yourself behind that green monster on the right side of the fairway.
Going with the forehand from Maija. I like this play because she trusts it, and it's just going to get out there.
Being as far back as she is, though, do you think she's going to run the green, or maybe she lays up?
I think she lays up.
Yeah.
I think that's part of her gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
She's just taking her par here.
A little bit of a wind push down, yeah.
Double bounce there.
Definitely some distance taken off of that from Eveliina. Heidi displaying her distance so far. Let's see if we can continue that. If that comes out just a bit, that's going to be a smash. Yeah, that's a great shot, finding herself in between Eveliina and Henna.
Yeah, she just lays up.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. She may have wanted a little bit more distance to get closer, but nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, we're probably going to see that PA3 come out on that forehand on that left side, maybe even just a little bit of a turnover, depending on how far she is close to those trees. And Eveliina doing the same, knowing her drive wasn't as far as she wanted it to be, putting herself on the right side to be able to have a simple approach into the green. Again, just great hole design, a true two-shot par 4. This one leaning more on the first shot, where a lot of them so far have really depended on how your second shot approach is. But if you're not far enough down this one, you really don't have a chance to run that green.
Agreed.
Just throwing anything more than a mid-range.
I think you
into
have
this
to
green,
be where Henna is or further to approach the screen.
Henna with
control.
Henna looks to have a fairway driver in her hand. She may be really trying to go for it here. To a standstill, though. Let's see. Oh, and just catching that right side. Gave it the right height, right power. Unfortunate.
See, Maija came in a little fast, but sits down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good to go.
You have it inside the circle putt there, looking for par. A little bit of a run here. Just short there, but that's a great touch into the green there from Heidi.
Good forehand approach, just a little bit long.
Oh, and Henna just not giving it enough commitment.
It's unfortunate there.
Yeah, it's a weird distance to be that close. It's like nearly throw. I guess she just has to rethrow it from her exact lie.
Yep.
Man.
Because it didn't cross in bounds on the other side.
Yeah, there's what she was trying to do the first time. That's an unfortunate event here in hole 17 for
An error you don't want to take.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, that's what happens with an island green. I mean, even with the furthest drive of the group, knowing that she had the chance to run it and then finds herself taking some bigger strokes than she expected. Just low there for Maija. The tap out here. This is Eveliina for par. Great commitment on the putt there.
It can be a scary putt sometimes, I think, coming back on that one with the OB behind it.
Mm-hmm. Especially from that lower.
Less than 20 feet
down.
behind it.
Yeah.
Good par from Heidi.
And Henna finds the triple bogey on 17. After playing so clean across this back 9. It'll find you. Let's go into that last hole.
Moving on to hole 18, par 3, 371 feet, and you can see the OB lines the whole fairway. I think you see these ladies lay up for this one and then approach the green.
Yeah, I mean, it's a smart play for any player out here. I mean, there's more stakes of out of bounds here on this hole than all the other ones combined. It feels like.
Yeah.
It is attackable. There's really nothing in the way if you hit the angle correctly with the backhand. Forehand's a little bit long, but again, like you said, I think you're going to see a lot of players maybe lay up to that left side, or knowing that it's the last hole, knowing that they haven't had the best round that they wanted to. Oh wow,
That takes an unfortunate roll
still rolling.
somewhere off in the distance.
Yeah, you can hear the wind maybe coming into play a little bit more than she expected, or maybe she was going roller. I'm not really sure. Roller would be a pretty ballsy play here.
Yes, it would.
But it shapes well, yeah. Definitely some wind here. We can see the trees moving in the camera. Yeah. I believe that may have even been a mid-range there from Heidi.
Yeah, just playing it safe.
Yeah, I mean,
Finishing-
370-foot hole. I mean, you throwing, less than a 200-foot shot twice and just putting yourself in position.
Yep. Just needs to sit. Nope.
Just a little bit high and left
See how
there.
close that OB can
Mhm.
leak.
Yeah, even the layup shot here is incredibly difficult. Henna definitely going for it here. If that comes back out,
That
maybe?
should be good.
yeah, she finds the green. Nice. Great shot there from Henna Blomroos.
It's hard to see those stakes from this angle.
Yeah, and it's definitely hard, to not go for it. If she just took a triple bogey there on 17, there's frustration. There's definitely just wanting to give it everything you have. Phenomenal upshot there from Maija to finish out the round one.
Yeah, and another great upshot from Heidi.
Yeah, she's definitely just throwing that blue putter, forehand, backhand, doing a little bit of everything, just displaying that touch. And honestly, a great back nine from her. Some highlights
Yeah.
in there, and definitely a better score than the front nine. Probably not the round she wanted to have coming into this. But let's see.
It's not an easy
Eveliina.
course.
No, definitely not. Eveliina a little bit further out than the rest of the players here on that raised basket. Henna with the only look for birdie. Be amazing. Yeah.
I don't risk it either.
Yeah, with the
See
wind,
what
the
the
way that it is, seeing the players take
Elevated
bigger
basket.
numbers. Yeah. Smart play. It's not a bad bogey here on 18.
No.
It's a very common score.
That OB all the way around
Mhm.
can get tricky.
Yeah, I'm assuming this hole's playing. We don't have the stats for this round, unfortunately, but I would assume this hole's playing way closer to 4 than it is the par 3.
Yeah, I would agree.
Oh, and that wind coming into play on this final putt here for Eveliina. That's so unfortunate. See the frustration in her body language.
A double bogey for her, unfortunate.
Yeah. Par here for Heidi to finish out. Gonna be a par here also for Henna.
Yep.
What a crazy last couple of holes there for our leaders.
Up and down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Henna with just really the one error there. A bogey on 9 is not too big of a deal, but definitely 17. Hoping to be able to come back, and she's going to make a correction there
Yeah.
on 17 in the rounds to come. But that'll do it here for round 1. Let's check in with the leaderboard here. Henna and Eveliina tied at +3, and Heidi Laine also at +7, just 4 back and 4 back from her. There's a good amount of players, so a lot of space in between here, but definitely the front 9 a lot cleaner from Eveliina, and Henna finding some trouble down the back.
Yeah, I would imagine for other players as well, maybe the back 9 came in more clean with some unforced errors.
Yeah,
But we'll
I'm
see.
excited to see. We get to see 3 of the same players we watched in this round 1.
Yep.
We'll see you for round 2 and the front 9 here at our first stop of the Prodigy Disc Pro Tour. My name is Mitch Phillips.
I'm Hayden Riccard.
We're the hosts of Parked Podcast. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you for round 2.